Well, dear friends, another week has passed by. A week of challenges, a week of tragedy. A week we try to look for some hope and inspiration from the different things going on. And here we are now in Erev Shabbos once again. The Shabbos before Pesach, and preparing as much as we could. This Shabbos is known as Shabbos Hagadol. Why is it called Shabbos Hagadol? Because on this day, the 10th of Nisan, the Jewish people commanded in Shmos, as it says, Dabru Kaldas B'nai Yisrael Lemor, that Hashem said to Moshe, speak to the entire assembly of Israel, saying, B'asor l'chodesh hazeh, on the 10th of this month, V'yichul lahem ish sel v'eis avo sel abayis, that everyone, each man should take a kid or a lamb for the household. It happened on the 10th of Nisan, which happened to have fallen on Shabbos. And this year, our calendar falls out the exact way it did fall out also the year the Jewish people left Mitzrayim. We left on a Thursday morning, and the day, the Yud Nisan, that we picked out the Korban Pesach to tie to our bedposts, was on Shabbos, was on this day, the 10th, where we tied it to the bedpost to show the Goyim, say the Egyptians, that we're going to be slaughtering one of the items that they worship. I heard from Rabbi Solomon an amazing pshat. And why is it that the focus of the day of taking of the Korban Pesach was focused about Shabbos Hagadol and not the 10th of Nisan? What is so special about Shabbos? Happens to be that now perhaps there are more Jews for the longest periods of history that we've known that we've been able to celebrate or to experience Shabbos to a very great degree, almost the same way, almost a universal Shabbos throughout the world of Jews, staying where we are for Shabbos, with synagogues and shuls closed, and then internally having our own prayers as individuals. Why is the Shabbos so special? He mentions he learned the Gemara in Brachos, Daf Nun Ches, when Ben Zoma was looking out from Harabayas, and he saw all the people were bringing their wares. And he said an amazing thing. He says, when I get up in the morning, all I want to do, I want to eat something. I go to the store, buy a loaf of bread. Sure enough, I have it, I eat it. No big deal. It's all prepared for me. When it came to Adam Arishon, when it came to Adam, after the Chet Arishon, after the sin, he was kicked out. And sure enough, what did he have to do? Sure enough, he had to plow. He had to plant. He had to harvest. He had to gather. He had to thresh. He had to winnow. He had to select it, the borer. He had to sift it. Then he had to knead the flour, the water, and finally he had to bake it together. And finally, after a long time, he managed to have a good loaf of bread. Everything he had to work for so hard. For me, I come out, it's prepared. And so too when it comes to clothing. I just go out to the suit store, I go out to the mall, I buy something, it's ready-made, I got it, no big deal. Maybe a little tailoring, if anything. He says, by Adam Arishon, he had to shear the wool off the lamb, he had to wash it, he had to comb it, he had to spin it, he had to weave it, he had to make the garment into something. But Sri Solomon said he noticed something that has nothing to do with Shabbos. But in the connection, he says that each one of these are all part of all the Lametes Malachos, all of the 39 prohibited activities that we're not allowed to do on Shabbos. Why? Because of the chet, because of the curse. He would have had everything prepared. Gan Eden had everything. And he was kicked out. And he had to do it. The Torah says, by the sweat of your brow, you're going to come to eat bread. And he says, when it comes to Shabbos, Shabbos is so special because we're prohibited from doing them. But it's not a prohibition in a sense. Rather, Shabbos, we can't do them. With Shabbos, rather, we don't need to do them. Shabbos is a day that we are saved from the curse. We're saved from the kalala. Sheishes Yamim Tavor, 6 days of the week, we work hard. That's the only way we produce. That's the curse, that's the klala. Come Shabbos. Shabbos is very different. Shabbos is a time when we can actually go back to a place like Gan Eden. And it's Me'ein Olam Haba, it's a place where everything is prepared for us already. And when it's all prepared, like the Jewish people were in the Midbar, all their focus was on the Ribbon Shalom. And that is exactly what the Ribbon Shalom wants from us now. He only wants that we should focus on Him and Him alone. Because even us during the week, we still have our Zooms and we have our smartphones and we still have things to preoccupy ourselves. But it's not the real Shabbos. And now we have the opportunity to literally to experience the Shabbos of an Adam HaRishon. And when we experience the Shabbos as an Adam HaRishon, that is a Shabbos Hagadol. That is a great, great opportunity for us all. In Mitzvah Hashem, we should all be able to observe this Shabbos, every Shabbos, as the Gadol Shabbos, and as Klal Yisrael together, a universal one, as the Gemara Shabbos says, that if everyone will be Mekayim Shabbos, Kilchasa, of course, in the proper way, ultimately Mashiach, the Gemara says sometimes, 2 Shabbos, but he is an opinion, even one, that Mashiach will come speedily in our day. We hope and pray that this Shabbos is that great Shabbos HaGadol, so that as we prepare for Pesach, as we say every year, we'll be taking that we'll be able to take it on tomorrow, take our seh, take it and prepare for the Korban Pesach, in theory and in thought, in mindset. And in B'yetz Hashem, we shall all be zocheh to merit the coming of Mashiach Tzidkeinu Meher B'Yameinu, so that not only will the illnesses go away, and all of the people will be healed, and the Niftarim will stop, and in B'yetz Hashem will be able to enter into Pesach, Zman Cheruseinu, a time of freedom, a time of wellness for everyone, and the greatest of times to come. Wishing everyone, again, a good Shabbos to one and all.